going on there, guys, and welcome to another video on CHMZ. Today I want to talk to you guys about saving. Now, obviously the root of saving is obviously how much income you make, obviously how many hours you do to get the income that you generate, etc, etc. So the biggest thing about saving is obviously your income, how much you earn, how much can you put aside every month in order to save and put towards the things that you want to buy, you know, house, mortgage, car, business, anything like that. For me, it's what I find are the best things to help me save. You know, I do 60 hours a week and try to, well, force myself and you know, make myself do those hours in order to be able to save. And saving for me is a big thing because, you know, it's kind of the root of everything. If you want to start a business, then you need money. If you want to get a house, then you need money. If you want to get a nicer car, you need money. So everything you do, you need money to do that. And saving is the way that you're going to get to those goals, those, you know, those ambitions, that car, that house, all those kind of things. Now, doing 60 hours a week, I also get tempted to spend the money that I save. Now, is that a problem? Not really, no. I mean, I work hard for the money I make. So, you know, spending every now and then on, you know, things that you might want, etc. is not necessarily a bad thing. However, what I would say is that you do need to make sure that you're not using the money that you say you're saving for things such as, you know, or basically using money that you're saving in order to buy things you don't necessarily need, and in that in turn kind of hindering your savings. If you can spend a little bit of those savings to, you know, buy something that you're going to enjoy, then by all means do that, but no need to spend, you know, all the hard-earned hours of work to, you know, spend all your savings on things that aren't going to help you in the future. Now, how do I find are the best ways of saving? For me, I've got 2 accounts and a safe in my house. So for me, I would say the best ways for me to save, using myself obviously as the example, is I have a main account which my standard income, you know, my standard income goes into from jobs, etc. Then I have a savings account with another bank that is my savings. So obviously from there, my main account, I transfer their money from there into my savings in order to, you know, separate the two. So I'm not exactly tempted to use money from, you know, one account, or, you know, the main account, which is the money where the money goes into. Not tempted to use money from that account in order to, you know, spend all of that basically and not be able to save anything. So segregating the 2 accounts for me is important. That's one way that I kind of keep track of how much money that I'm saving. Thirdly, for me, is a safe. So I do have a safe in my house which I keep cash in. For me, again, keeping cash is important. You're never going to know when you need some cash, and secondly, it's another form of saving for me. So I have a savings account, and then I've got a safe that I also put cash in. Again, another form of saving. I know then I've got 2 areas of savings, so I kind of build each one of them up as I go, as I work the hours, all that kind of stuff, okay? In terms of culminating it all together as one, for me it's important to kind of work with both. So again, building both up at the same time, basically putting not equal amounts of money. I mean, more money goes into my bank than it does into the cash safe at home, but, you know, feeding into the cash safe, putting a larger majority of money into the actual bank account savings, and then kind of building it up from there. All right, now for me, that's the best way of saving. I mean, again, you can't really save unless you're earning a decent amount of money, or you don't have that many outgoings in order to, you know, have expendable income to put to one side. Now, if you don't have that kind of income, you are going to have to get another job. You're going to have to try and move up the ladder where you work now. Obviously, if you're young, don't worry too much about saving yet. I mean, I'm talking if you're under the age of maybe 16, don't worry too much about saving. However, there's no reason why you can't save, you know, the pocket money you get from your parents, or save the, you know, the little bits of money that you might make from a paper round, or working at the local shop or whatever it is. There's no reason why you can't put £5 or £10, using England as an example, £5 or £10 away every month. Just start building up a savings. It's a great habit to get into. You never want to get to the point where you're having to sell your stuff to save, or having to sell your stuff to pay for things. It's all about being comfortable, but obviously being comfortable is difficult nowadays, and if you have to work harder in order to be comfortable, then I definitely suggest that's worth it, to be honest. As long as you can fit everything, the people you care about, family, as long as you can fit everyone in as well, then definitely working harder, there's no shame in that at all, to get the things you want. All right. But yeah, guys, so saving's important. Okay, like I said, the best way for saving for me is having multiple areas to save in. Build each one up gradually. Set yourself goals and targets that you want to reach. So in 10 months time I want to get a nicer car, for instance, so I'm going to be working towards that goal, building both my savings up equally in order to reach that goal, and going from there. But I do believe that is one of the best ways to save. Work hard to get the money in the first place. Once you can get the money to put aside, be strict with yourself, put it aside, and kind of go from there. Okay, now definitely, again, just before I leave you, please, if you don't already, remember, just start saving. Now, you can never tell what happens in the future. God forbid you may lose a job, or you may need money all of a sudden. Savings then all of a sudden become something that can help you reach your goal. They all of a sudden become something that could save your rent, or keep a roof over your head. So I always suggest savings. Okay, doesn't matter what age, get into the habit of doing it. And obviously the sooner you get into the habit of saving, the better for you in the long run, because your mindset is already drilled into the fact that saving is important, and drilling into the fact that you need to set goals and targets money wise to reach in order to help you save. Okay, now I think that's it, guys, to be honest. On the topic of saving anyway, that's about it. Remember, save, get the money you need to do to save. If that means you have to work extra hours, then by all means do that. Okay, and keep goals in mind, and be structured with it. Okay, if it means you have to open up multiple accounts, have a cash safe, all those kind of things, just to be able to save the money you need, bearing in mind, just keep those things in check and keep going from there. Okay, and your saving future should be a very prosperous one. All right, so guys, that's the end of this episode on CHMZ. I'm going to be putting a new video out very soon after this one, so please stay tuned, and I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.